The Progressive Era is most commonly considered to be the time period between 1900 and 1920. There were many changes happening in the United States during this time period. Because of these changes, there was a great desire to fix some of the United States problems, such as women's rights, child labor, and monopolies. Women's rights had been an issue many years before the Progressive Era, but in the Progressive Era, it became a movement. Female reformers were at the forefront of the movement against child labor as well as women's suffrage campaign. They won minimum wage and maximum hours laws for women workers, public health workers for pregnant women and babies, improved educational opportunities for both children and adults, and an array of social welfare measures at the local, state, and federal levels.
Not only did women fight for themselves, but they fought for child labor as well. They were one of the main reasons child labor laws were passed. Children were forced to work in unsafe environments. Children made up 1/4 of the workers in mills. Some children worked 6 days a week for 10 to 12 hours a day. Many children did not attend school because of work. Finally, in 1903, a child labor bill finally became law. This law confirmed that children under the age of 10 could not work in factories, mines, or mills. In 1904, the age limit was 11, and in 1905, the age limit became 12.
During the Progressive Era, monopolies were everywhere and made a fragile economy. Certain monopolies arose as a natural result of business competition. Others were artificial constructs designed to control a particular market. Some of the monopolies controlled railroads, oil, sugar, and steel. Monopolies are also known as trusts. Considering monopolies have no competition, they can overcharge the people paying to them. This meant that people had less money. They also had less opportunities to find jobs, making it hard to make money. Some of the laws passed to stop monopolies were known as the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890, the Clayton Act of 1914, and the Robertson-Patman Act of 1936.
Theodore Roosevelt was the 26th president. One of his main priorities while he was president was destroying monopolies. Theodore promised to give Americans a square deal, which was a balance between employer and employees, and it meant that all Americans are given what they need to succeed. His term lasted from 1901 to 1909. He passed many laws during his presidency, such as the Hepburn Act, which used the Interstate Commerce Commission to create a maximum charge that gives railroads a price limit on shipping goods. The Meat Inspection Act, which requires all meat to be inspected to make sure the meat is safe and clean to be sold and eaten. And the Pure Food and Drug Act. This act makes sure that food and drugs cannot be labeled falsely.